to the You Can Do Both podcast. I'm Court.
This is Ashley. Coming at you live from Boston.
There it is. There it is.
There it is. A very spooky hello to you all.
Yes.
As it's Halloween weekend over here. Silencing my phone.
Rude. No, I'm kidding.
So disrespectful. Oh, how was your weekend, Court?
It was good. It was honestly exhausting. I feel like Halloween weekend is one of those weekends where you just do not get a break, and that's totally okay. It's not a You Can Do Both weekend. It's a balls to the wall type of weekend.
But
It was fun. How was yours?
Mine was great. I went to this really cool girl's apartment for a Halloween party. It was right down the street. Actually, my co-host, it was you.
Oh my God, no way.
Guys,
I was there too.
Courtney hosted a fabulous Halloween party. Like, I was blown away. The decorations, the attendees, the amount of people that came in from New York City, from where is Luisa's boyfriend?
Poland.
From Poland. Guys, this was a global affair.
A global affair for sure.
I was really impressed.
Thank you. It was definitely an all hands on deck approach. We had planned, honestly, Halloween is one of my least favorite holidays just because I hate dressing up. Like, that's very stupid of me. I've actually learned to appreciate it as the older that I got, but I don't know why. Found it embarrassing back in the day. I don't know why.
I don't think you're alone in that. I think a lot of people don't like Halloween.
It's like you either do too little and it's like you're lame, or you do too much, and if you do too much you just have to own it, and I feel like I've never been the person to own it, and just going out in a costume just makes me anxious for no reason whatsoever. And so this year I was me and my roommates were talking, we were like, should we have a Halloween party instead of going somewhere? And so we actually had a month and a half or 2 months to actually think about it, get excited about it, plan for it. And then we all three invited anyone that we came into contact with for that month and a half, 2 months. And then everyone ended up coming. So there was a good 70 people there at least.
I liked that all three of you just kind of invited your own people. And then it was you didn't know everybody there, which was fun. Everyone could mix and mingle, and you can meet a new friendly face, or meet a new face, or you have some friendly faces as well.
Exactly. I feel like everyone that came up, oh my God, thank you for having me. I know absolutely no one here. And I was honestly, me too. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's kind of nice though, because it's almost like a bar, except there's a commonality with everyone. And that is, at least one person here. And so it's almost a conversation starter, because it's oh my God, who do you know? And then it was cute, myself and then my two roommates who were all dressed as witches. So it was which witch do you guys know?
Wait, that's so cute.
It was oh my God, who do you know here? And they were oh, the girl in the witch's hat. And then there were three of us, and then you had to clarify which one. So it was cute. That's was really great and
fun.
Wholesome.
Also, I just want to thank this podcast for allowing me to be a host of this party in other people's eyes. Oh. There were people that literally showed up. They thought I lived with you. They think we lived together, and they were like, this is so great. Your apartment's so nice. I'm like, thank you. It is, right? I love it. And then I'm like, I don't live here, right? Which is such a rude thing to say, because then people feel awkward and they're like, oh, sorry. I thought you guys lived together. But
oh my God.
It was just so funny.
I could understand as to why they would think that. But clearly they haven't listened to recent enough episodes to know that you just moved in with your boyfriend.
However, I could see how it's confusing.
Yes.
I mean, we're here together. We're constantly together.
We're together all the time. But yeah, so we had the Halloween party on Friday, and then you and I both ended up in Salem, Massachusetts
on
yesterday.
The same train.
Yeah.
I was shook.
I know.
You got to meet my boyfriend's family. How was that?
That was really funny, because I don't know. I think I saw Joe first. I was like, oh my God, that guy kind of looks like Joe. And then you were directly behind him, and I obviously know your entire wardrobe. And
Naturally.
So I saw the vest that you've worn before, whatever, and the orange sweater. And I was like, oh my gosh, Ashley and Joe. And I was a few people behind you in line on the ramp. And this lovely gentleman just was like, oh, go ahead and say hello. Come to find out, it was literally Joe's father. I was like, oh my God, so nice to meet you. But yeah, it was really cute. I'm happy I got to see you.
Me too. And Salem was just a crazy nightmare, but
I really enjoyed it. Like, what else did we have done yesterday? It was like,
No, it was a perfect activity to do.
yeah,
There were so many people.
yeah, that's the point. They literally closed down the streets.
Yeah.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with the area, Salem is like the place of all the witch trials back in like the early 1700s. And so they just really have found a way to capitalize and monetize on this time of year. So like the street, it literally felt like a Halloween festival in the entire town. Everyone's in costume. There's different like witches and psychics and whatever like on the street that you pay for. And it's just like a Halloween fest that I've never experienced before. And it was very fun. I'm happy that I went to experience it.
This is probably one of the best Halloween weekends I've had since college, obviously.
Yeah.
Because it's so weird. As an adult, what are you supposed to do for Halloween?
Yeah, and it's not like we have little kids that we can take trick-or-treating and do all this stuff that we used to do when we were younger.
Yeah, you're at like a weird in-between, but you still want to be fun and dress up.
Yeah.
So I think, A, knowing a friend that's hosting a Halloween party is so ideal. And then B, doing like a fun activity, aka Salem. 11 out of 10 weekend.
Seriously?
What more could you ask for? And the new Hocus Pocus came out, which you watched, but I have yet to watch. But I'm excited to watch.
It yet either.
Oh yeah, because you fell asleep.
Yeah.
Right. I want to watch them back to back tomorrow on the real Halloween.
That's cute.
It's on a Monday.
That'll be a nice packing activity for you.
Yes.
Or background in the packing.
Yeah. Guys, I'm going to Palm Springs. By the time you hear this, I will have already been. So hopefully it was amazing, incredible, everything of the sort. We're renting like this massive mansion, like beautiful on Airbnb. Honestly, I'll post the link so everybody else can go too.
Yeah.
Hopefully it lives up to expectations, but.
Quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What were you for Halloween?
Oh my God, I'm so happy you asked. So those on video, you actually won't be able to tell, but I'll try to outline my shirt for you. Guys, the girls came in. I got a boob job.
I feel like people, like, you literally made such a minor comment in a random episode that you were getting a boob job. So it's either going to be like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this, or what the fuck is she talking about? I had no idea she was getting a boob job.
I know. So it's either it's a hit or a miss. Though. Yes. So I'm about a week and 2 days post-op. I officially have new boobs. It was a really terrible recovery process. I can go into detail if anybody's interested. My DMs are open because I wish I knew more about it before going into it, just to be aware. But it made for a great Halloween costume. I was a botched patient and Joe was my surgeon. So kind of worked out.
Very suiting. And honestly, a debut.
And a debut. They were like half. I don't know. I didn't go all the way out. Guys, they're very swollen still. So I was actually really nervous to show them off to everybody that was going to be at that party. Because, I don't know, plastic surgery is such a touchy subject. And
it's just
I don't know. People can be really judgy.
About.
Yeah. So I didn't want people. That's also why I'm being open about it. Because I think if I tried to, keep it this weird secret, it gets people talking, and I don't need anybody talking about my body, especially in a negative way. Yeah. So I'd rather just put it all out there. And my Halloween costume literally put it all out there. So
were people did people ask you about it? Did they come up and ask you? Or were they teetering the line a bit? I don't know if it's okay to talk about.
It's funny because I could tell when people knew, because they
would just be staring at them.
Yeah, people think that you guys think you're being sly, but I literally see your eyes moving up and down. I can't wait to go to a bar and actually have boobs and just see
how many people just look straight at them.
Yeah, because guys have never had them before. But yeah, so it was 50-50. Some people would just come up and be like, oh my God, they look so good. And then some people, they mentioned it later in the night as the alcohol hit them.
Yeah.
But great reviews so far. So
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. And it only goes up from here.
Amazing. Well, I'm very proud of you. I feel like you've been through a lot. And I feel like you're in a good place, You did the damn thing.
I did. I can't believe I did it.
I also can't. I still, I'm looking at you and I'm like, I can't even see them right now. But anytime I'm like, holy shit, those are real.
I wake up every morning and I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. So they're half numb right now. So I can only half feel them.
Are they real? Yes and no.
Yes and no. Was it worth it? Circle back in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I will let you know. But Yeah.
Well, before we get into today's episode and today's topic, shall we give our Boston recommendation of the week?
We shall. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. My Boston rec of the week is Boston's public transit. But
Jesus Christ.
But listen before, like, I have not taken Boston public transit, and so I avoid it at all costs. I do take the commuter rail to work, but that is just a one-stop shop down to South Station, and I've dealt with it. I went on the Orange Line this weekend. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
It is brand new. I felt so safe. It was so clean. I got to all the way up to Salem. Nobody checked our tickets. Did they check your tickets?
No.
They didn't. So it was free.
Wait, you took the Orange Line to Salem?
Sorry, Orange Line from the South End to North Station.
Gotcha.
And then we got on the commuter rail.
Okay.
And then we ended up going to dinner in the in the North End. We took the Orange Line home from dinner. Who am I?
Oh my
we
God.
didn't Uber.
Literally you.
I was so impressed.
Why? Was it clean?
It was
it like
clean.
easy?
There
it
was
on time.
There was TVs there. Like it was
What?
on time.
TVs?
Oh, sorry. Okay. There was TVs that showed you what the upcoming destination was.
Oh, yeah.
What trains were there. It just felt new and updated and safe.
Is that one of the lines that they just
enjoyable.
redid?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I have to. Where am I gonna go? I don't know. I walk everywhere and I don't leave my house because I work from home.
If you need to go to the North End or something,
Yeah,
like
that
that's
could
a
be good.
40-minute walk from the South End.
Yeah, very true.
So, yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised. And then I also want to give a shout out to some other public transit.
Get outta here.
We are going to New York in 2 weeks. By the
Yeah.
time you guys are listening to this, we will have just been in New York.
Yeah.
And we booked our tickets in advance, $30 one
Round
way to
trip.
New York.
Oh yeah.
So
One way.
$60 round trip. But like that is such a great price. You're on Amtrak.
You have
It's-
Wi-Fi. You have air conditioning. You have bathrooms. You have like a train car for food and bev.
Also,
and it's
I can
direct.
walk across the street and hop on the train.
Yeah.
Like that is so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away.
Meanwhile, my friends from New York City that were visiting this entire weekend, they just like didn't book far enough in advance. So Amtrak specifically, like if you don't book far enough in advance, it could be more expensive than airfare.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of one of those cases. Also, it's a very popular weekend to be traveling to different cities. So they ended up taking a bus.
Never take the bus from. I don't know
they
why
said they were
did
taking
that.
the bus, and I was like, wait, you low-key could have like tried to figure out something else.
They could have tried for the train.
Yeah, they didn't try.
No, I feel like they wanted to take the bus.
Yeah, and so their bus canceled on them, and then they had to like find another bus that like took them to Quincy. It didn't even take them into Boston. This is like a quick tangent, but it was like 6.5 hours, and it was supposed to be like 4 hours. So don't take the bus if you have the option to take a train.
I took the bus way back in the day when I used to go to New York every weekend of my life. I took the bus there. It was supposed to be 4 hours. It was 6.5 hours, stuck in traffic. Someone was
Hot,
eating
smelly.
like nasty food on there. And I purposely missed my train or my bus on the way back. And my dad bought me an Amtrak train ticket because I cried on the phone to him. So I will never take a bus again. That was terrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a very out
I can
of
give a
left
real-
field
yes.
Boston Record Week. No, I liked it.
Okay, well, my other one, should probably be your Boston Rec of the Week
Okay.
at some point, but I'm crediting you 100%.
Okay.
You're also gonna have to remind me of the name, House of Siam.
Yes, that's it.
Yes. Okay. So Courtney introduced me to this like Thai food place, and it's in the South End, and it's so good. And Joe just ordered us takeout from there as we speak. So that's what I'm getting for dinner, and it is really, really good.
The best drunken noodles, if you're into those. It's like the flat, wide noodles, and it comes with chicken and shrimp. It's so, so, so good. But yeah.
What's your Boston Rec of the Week?
Mine is one I actually went to today, and it's been on my list for a while. Charlie's Sandwich Shop. Have you been
Did you
there?
go for breakfast?
Yes.
I went for really good.
So you would think that it's like a sandwich place. It has a sign outside of it. I'll post a photo of it on our Instagram story when we post this episode that makes it look like that sign has been there since it opened up in like the 1800s. Like it's very like quintessential like Boston character, cool vibes, hole in the wall. But yeah, it's a diner. And so it's one of those places where you kind of walk up and you have to like wait in line to get inside. Like you can't make a reservation or anything. But it's so good. It was so, so, so good. I got like just normal, like a basic breakfast, but then we got some different items to share on the table. So we got banana bread that was like grilled and fresh. We got pumpkin pancakes and pumpkin French toast because they had like a seasonal menu.
That sounds so good.
And it's like nothing crazy, but I just think a lot of people wouldn't necessarily recognize that as being like a breakfast spot because it's a sandwich shop. So figured that would be a cute one.
Yeah, that's actually so true. I wonder why maybe they have really good sandwiches.
I would hope so. Because I feel like that's what people would go there for, not knowing what it is.
Yeah. I've only been once, but I really enjoyed it's hard to find a good diner in the city.
I know.
I feel like that's rare.
I know.
There's not a lot of diners. Or maybe it's just Boston, but there's not a lot.
Yeah.
That just made me think of another place, though. I just went today. I didn't actually get the food, but we went in the North End. Did you know? I don't know how we didn't find this out, or maybe you did. Ashley, just get the point out. Like I literally go 100 places in my head before I can speak. Brico, they have basically a Monica's Deli. They have their own little deli down this little back alleyway, and apparently the sandwiches are great.
Yes, I've heard. I haven't been myself, but Sophia, my roommate, is obsessed with it.
I need to try it.
North End too.
Yeah, apparently it's so good, and it's not an arm and a leg to get a sandwich like Monica's.
Nice.
It's like, your typical $12 sandwich.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
We'll have to try it out then.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
We'll let you know how it is.
Amazing. So should we get into the episode?
I think we should. What's our topic today, Court?
We're transitioning to fall. Whoa. Let's redo that.
Okay.
I think it's because we're not quite there yet. Rewinding. We are in fall currently, and we're transitioning to winter. And we're going to talk about how to optimize your winter and how to make the most of everything. Because I know that winter, it's a colder season. There's less daylight. There are ways that it could be a sadder time of the year. But there are also ways that it could be so fun, so festive, so amazing. And we want to talk about all the positives of going into winter.
Yeah, I feel like in Boston, especially, winter is something that people dread. Like, people hate the winter here.
Yeah.
As soon as Thanksgiving's over, people are like, oh my God, it's so cold. I hate it here. I can't wait to move out of Boston. And like the negative talk will just get to you. It's dark outside.
Yeah.
It's cold. Like, everybody loves summer in Boston.
Yeah.
So even transitioning to fall, people kind of get sad. But then they're reminded how incredible fall is. Yeah. And then they're like, oh my God, but now fall is gone.
Yeah, so exactly.
Seasonal transitions are tough. So here, okay, also we wanted to preface, there are 2 different phases of winter.
1000%.
Today, we're going to be talking about more of this holiday season. So specifically after Thanksgiving through
like January 1.
Yeah. Because then the whole second phase is a totally different
or
nightmare.
even like post Halloween through. Because of course it's still warmer right now.
Yeah.
But we are like getting into those like winter, more festive times, which are sometimes like the best times of year for some people, and other times it's just like the worst,
overwhelming, and there's just like a lot going on.
Exactly.
Yeah, coming up with this list, it made me so excited for winter.
I know.
Like, I feel like I really blanked and fall just went by so quickly.
Well, it's so odd because we're getting some days that are colder. Like this morning it was 30 degrees, but then I wasn't even wearing a jacket in the daytime today when I was walking around Boston, because it's still like that in between weather where it's like kind of like really fall, but then also some days that feel very, very, very winter. And so it's just like a hard transition. I feel like it hits you like a brick wall sometimes.
Yes. Also, you definitely knew this, but I didn't know this, which means someone else probably didn't know this. But did you know they're taking away daylight savings time?
Yes, I did. How did you know that I knew that?
Because it seems like every time I try to tell someone, they're like, yeah, obviously. Why didn't you know that?
But yeah, so
that's like kind of a big, like, can you think about that?
So we're not going
forever. We've always changed the clocks, and all of a sudden they were like, no, we're just going to stop doing that when you get sunlight.
Remind me, this is going to sound really dumb.
Nope.
You don't know if it's
forward? I have no idea. Although I think they say spring forward.
Spring forward. Yeah, so it'd be back.
Everyone listening is like, yes, girls, we get it. Move on.
Yeah.
Everyone already knew this.
Okay, we're gonna move on because I honestly am just gonna talk myself into a hole. So anyhow, what's the first item on our winter list
All right,
of amazingness?
Let me pull up my list.
I think I have a good one to start off with.
All right, I'm pulling up my list. Also, last thing before we get into our list, for anyone that watched the video in last week's episode, my posture is so terrible. So I'm trying to fix that. Also, we have a new setup here. We're facing each other this time rather than like awkwardly.
Fuck, now my posture was so terrible. Let me just fix this for you. I'm taking this out.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. And the side profile, not a vibe. My hair. Oh my God. Courtney and I immediately watched the video back and I was like, oh, nope, never again can I have my hair in a clip.
Yeah, well, my hair looks like a rat's nest because I haven't washed it in a day or so. So if there's a hat on, we're going to look different, you know, depending on the day. We're just like you all, you know, we have good days and bad days.
Yeah, every day's a good day. It's just they're a little rougher around the edges. Okay, anyways, let's actually start the episode. What do you say?
Woo!
All right, you start us off.
Okay. I would say the first kind of exciting or just like to-do item when the seasons are changing, and some of you probably do this in the transition from summer to fall, but I still think there's some to do in fall to winter, and that is like reevaluate your closet and your wardrobe and switch it up, because with seasons, you having different items of clothing that you want to wear, at least for me, when it's time to switch my closet or just like remind myself of the clothes that I wear around this time of year for this certain weather, it's almost like a rattling feeling. It's like, oh wait, like what is my style? I kind of forget what it's like. And then sometimes it like creates some sort of anxiety when I'm trying to like get ready to go out and like do something, because I'm like, oh my God, I forgot what I like. And then also, are there different trends this time of year? It's just very important because what you wear is kind of what you want to put out into the world.
Yeah, that was like kind of deep there.
I know. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of in that phase right now, which is why I kind of wanted to kick off with it, because I'm like, it's so easy for you to just throw on sweats and like sweatpants.
Which is so dangerous, because then all of a sudden 2 weeks go by and you're like, wow, I'm going to do my laundry and it's literally all lounge clothes. Who am I? I feel nasty.
Exactly. And it's so easy. And like how it's like literally scientifically proven, when you get ready for work in the morning and you put on like actual attire and you do your makeup and your hair, like you have a more productive day and you like get more shit done. You feel better and you're more confident in meetings. Same goes for like just random things in your life too. So when you like have a good sense of style and you're dressed appropriately for the colds, then like you can withstand going outside and doing all these things and just being confident about it. So that was definitely long-winded, but it's important.
I relate to that a lot. I feel like 2 or 3 weeks into a season change, I have this crisis and I'm like, wait, everything I'm wearing is not, what's the weather outside? I'm going to be too hot. I'm going to be too cold. Like I'm so overdue. I'm still looking at all of my summer tank tops. Yeah. And they are taking up so much real estate in my closet. Exactly. And they got to go. Yeah. So something I love to do every single season change, I usually invest in like 1 or 2 new pieces. Yeah. For the fall, it was my loafers and the orange sweater I actually wore this weekend. Because I was like, this is so fall. It got me so excited. And something as simple as shoes. Oh, I also got Uggs. Oh, yeah. I was like, guys, okay. Transitioning into winter, if you didn't already jump on the Ugg trend for the fall,
it's your time.
Do it right now. You will be so excited. I wear them nonstop, my slippers, out of the house. Yep. I don't even feel like a bum. No. I think I could look like a bum, then I put my Uggs on. I feel chic.
Expensive.
Yes. I feel amazing. I'm like, it totally improves my self-confidence.
I love it.
So invest in a sweater, a jacket, a scarf, a
something
hat,
that like brings you joy.
Anything.
I'm trying to think if I've done that. Well, this was my fall investment, and by investment, I stole it from Matthew's closet, and he's never seeing it ever again. But yeah,
is that Patagonia?
No, it's from a random store in Colorado, actually.
Oh, way cooler than Patagonia. But Joe has one very similar that I discovered when we were first dating. Yeah. He did the switch out for winter clothing, and I was like, where has that been? That is now mine.
Yes, and exactly.
It's just when you get a new piece.
Yeah,
it just
see, so
elevates
you
your
don't even
mood.
need to spend money. You can just steal from a significant other or friend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to normalize closet swapping with your friends. Like, we should do this.
Funny you say that because you're about to retire a lot of your clothes because you got a boob job, and I am a really open recipient.
Yes, I have well, I guess it's mostly just you and Morgan.
Yeah.
A lot of people have asked me that.
Guys, she has a sister. She
know.
has priority.
It's okay. Morgan is a hoarder, though. She will literally take everything and not really look at it. So I'm going to make her say this is something that I want. And if she doesn't like show that determination that she really wants it, it'll go to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Anyhow.
anyways, so clothing. I think that's huge. Hold on. There we go. That's better.
I know.
And shoes and jackets. Guys, if you have not invested in a really nice jacket for the winter, it can make your entire outfit.
Yeah.
You can just throw on jeans and a basic t-shirt, but if you have like a nice jacket, you look so put together. That is something so incredible about the winter months is a jacket, a scarf, mittens. It's all about like the accessories that you put on.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter what you're wearing underneath.
I want a cool set of like earmuffs, like really cute, like a headband type earmuff this year, just because it doubles as a hair accessory.
Absolutely. Bad hair day.
Yep. There you go.
Throw on the earmuffs.
Yep.
Throw on the beanie.
Yep.
Love
exactly. Okay. After
next.
wardrobe, what's next?
Let's see. Okay. So you guys probably aren't going to like this because we haven't even hit Thanksgiving yet, but start thinking about your holiday shopping list, because I feel like this season of winter pops up and everyone's like, oh, the holidays. You blink and you're already in the midst of it, and then it's absolute chaos, a nightmare,
shipping fiascos.
It just takes the fun out of everything that it's supposed to be. I did this last year. I started so early. I knew exactly what I was getting for everyone, and I'm not saying you need to like go this hard, but it's so nice knowing around maybe the stores you want to shop for, like okay, my sister, I want to get her clothes, like having that mental note, because Black Friday shopping after Thanksgiving, there's so many Cyber Monday sales, and it's just such a great feeling. You can enjoy your December weeks so much better as gifts start to arrive, and then you can spend more time on packaging. Like we need to be so extra this year for the holiday season. It just makes it so much more fun. Like put up your Christmas tree the day after Thanksgiving, get the vibes going, have a fire, or put the Yule-log. What do people call that?
A what? A what?
Okay, on YouTube you can search fire. A Yule-log or something like that. I just learned that word like last season because people kept saying it, but I grew up always having a real fire, so I've never done that.
I don't know.
Okay.
A crackling fireplace is what I look up on YouTube.
But there's like a name for it. Maybe
probably. I've just
silly.
never heard of it because I'm like a Florida girly. I don't know.
Oh, that's actually so true.
Yes.
But anyways, so before bed, if you're trying to fall asleep, start thinking of some things. Create a little notes app in your phone, and you will just enjoy some people are just such great holiday gift givers. Like they don't stress about it at all. For me, like I need to really take some time.
Me too.
And put some thought into it, and I just enjoyed my holidays a lot more.
Totally. And I feel like it also helps you get things at better prices, because if you want to get this is such a random example, but maybe you want to get a certain watch for Joe, and like you can just periodically look and see if there's like a day or like a promotion that's like from now through December that like comes up. You just know that you can click the like not add to cart, but you like buy it as soon as as soon as it goes down, you buy it basically.
Yeah.
And you can save money that way.
in this past year, I feel like I've really tried to be a lot more financially responsible, because I also grew up in a family where Christmas Eve, like me and my sister would go to Macy's and try to pick up stuff for my mom.
Oh, yeah.
And it didn't matter, like, whatever. We weren't paying for it at the time, so I didn't, like, think about it. But, like, things are so expensive right before the holidays. There's so much opportunity to get things on sale.
Yeah.
And now that, obviously, I fund my own life now, and I have to buy all of these gifts. Like, I think last Christmas was really the first Christmas I actually bought my entire family gifts.
Yeah. No, it's
expensive.
a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
And it can cause a lot of stress.
Yeah.
So that's no fun. Do yourself a favor.
I have a weird plug, or not weird, just random. My company just released a new product. You can personalize wrapping paper.
That's
so
so
you can
cool.
literally like buy wrapping paper with your face on it and wrap your presents to give to your family with like your face on it. How funny is that?
I should do that.
Yeah.
I should place. How long does it take to ship?
Probably a week.
Okay. All right, everyone out there, get your personalized wrapping paper.
Vistaprint.com.
Have they not updated it to like Vista.com?
No, it's never gonna. We do have a Vista.com, but on Vista.com, it's a hub for all the other websites.
Okay, that makes sense.
You could do Vista.com too.
Okay, wait, that's such a fun idea. Just a little spice.
A personal touch.
Yeah, make it extra.
Yeah, be extra as fuck. That's what this.
Yes.
That's what this is about to be.
Yes.
Because I'm also, as I mentioned, I'm a Florida girl at heart. So in order to make this whole like cold weather thing worth living in, like we need to be fun about it.
Yes.
We need to be extra festive. We need to like find ways to do things that maybe I wasn't able to do growing up because I didn't live in a place that had seasons, you know?
Yeah.
So that's another, moving on to like the next point is like find winter activities that you can only do during this time of year.
Yes.
And plan to do them.
Yes.
Go ice skating one Friday night and just get hot cocoa or get a spiked hot cocoa and like go ice skating, or go to like the Winterfest market where there's all different like
I'm so excited for that.
all different small businesses in Seaport, and there's just different food vendors, and it's just a cute place to even buy holiday gifts for people. Go if there's snow. I feel like there's honestly isn't snow from now through December. If anything, more of it comes post New Year.
Yeah. But now's the time to start looking
Planning.
at a big Airbnb in Vermont, and if you book it now you can get it for cheap, and when you split it with 10 people it's something you A, can look forward to, and B, like during these colder months we're not going outside a lot, so you have a lot of time inside, so rather than just throwing something on TV, like start planning a little trip. Like it makes life so much more
fun when you have things to look forward to.
Yes. I feel like I'm finally now living out these things that I planned a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. And life is just, I got my new boobs. I'm going to Palm Springs. We're going to New York City. Like these things are finally coming to fruition, and I just know it's so rewarding.
I know. I just booked my trip for New Year's. I'm going to London for the first time ever. I'm so excited, but like I booked it this past week and I haven't stopped thinking about it since. And now I'm like super excited. Like after work, I have planned this week to like start actually booking Airbnbs and like booking all of my things. And like
that's
granted,
gonna be so much fun.
That's a larger example, but it's just there's so many things you could do around the holidays that you necessarily wouldn't be able to do because like you have time off from work or whatever. So very exciting.
That specifically was also on my list. Start looking at things for New Year's Eve, because New Year's Eve is such a blah holiday.
Oh my God.
So like make it fun.
New Year's.
Yeah. Like you don't even have to do something extravagant, but even if it's as simple as like going home and like planning a girls' night in with all of your girlfriends and having a dinner party.
Yeah.
I really want to host a dinner party, but my apartment is too damn small.
No, it's not. You can make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made 70 people work in my place.
Yeah, but your place is pretty big. Guys, the Boston apartment market is tough.
It is. It's very tough.
Like, you can never have everything.
Louisa's doing, one of my friends from my hometown who's just visited this weekend, she's turning 25 this week, and so she rented out a space, like a venue, like it's a studio apartment basically in New York City. She's having a dinner party. She's having a a high tea party. So it's like CBD infused tea, and she's having a dinner party in this space.
That is so fun.
And I was like, Lou, that's so adult of you to rent out a venue. Granted, everything in New York is like so little. So like she kind of had to do that. She's like, well, you know, 25 is like a special, like monumental year. Like, why not do it? Like the next time I'm going to do it is like my 30th or 40th or 50th birthday.
Like,
you know?
I want to channel this energy. I just want to go above and beyond and just make everything the absolute best it can possibly be.
Yeah.
It makes everything's just so much more fun.
Yeah. You have the ability to make a situation better or worse or fun or not. And it's like, why not make it fun?
Exactly.
Why not like make the most out of all of it? So that's definitely the energy I want to channel into this winter.
Yeah.
But what are some other winter activities that don't necessarily require like snow to do?
So yeah, I was gonna say skiing. Specifically, like I want to book a weekend with my friends at my lake house. It's so hard working with everyone's schedules, but like we've always talked about doing like a ski weekend, and I need to actually make it happen. There's my opportunity to host. But also tubing is something that's so underrated. Like, guys,
tubing and
tubing
sledding
is so fun. Yeah, sledding, you really need like a big snowstorm, but if you go to the mountains, they make their own snow. So closer to winter, or closer to the holiday time, you can totally go tubing. Like, make a night of it, get the snow pants, like bundle up and go with all of your friends and go tubing. I know Gunstock has that. That's like closer to my lake house. It's about an hour and 45 minutes from Boston, so kind of far, but I know there's definitely smaller mountains around the area. But tubing is so much fun. Ice skating is a great one. Again, it has to be colder for that. I think it's also just fun to bundle up, as long as it's not bitter cold, but it's not bitter cold really
this time of year
until we get into January, February. Like, literally get a Yeti, make some tea, make some hot cocoa, and go walk around your neighborhood.
Yeah,
like,
all
people are gonna start putting lights
the houses up.
Yeah, I went for a walk after work this past week, and it was kind of chilly out, so we bundled up and we just walked around the South End. I didn't realize how adorable people decorate for Halloween. There was this massive skeleton with all of these like pumpkin carvings, and everyone decorates their stoop, and it's just so cute. And you can't really see that in the summer. I mean, what are you going to see in the summer? This is specific to winter and fall. So make the most of getting outside. I'm trying to think of other.
I feel like winter is also a really great time for you to just simply not leave your home. And it's an excuse to not leave your home. I feel like in the summer and in the fall sometimes too, it's like go, go, go. Like, you want to take advantage of the weather outside. But now it's also an opportunity for you to like hibernate. Like, what do you want to focus on in terms of like your self-care and wellness? Like, do you want to just sit in and watch movies, or do you want to read a book, or do you want to take time to like learn that new skill that you didn't have the opportunity to because you were so go, go, go? One thing specifically for me is I'm finally getting back into loving to cook. And so cozy recipes, like anything that makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. It's soup season. It's like stews. It's like warm comfort food that maybe your parents made for you growing up. And I'm really excited for like that era too.
Yeah, I really want to channel my herb garden. I'm looking at it now.
Hell yeah.
If you guys like to cook or you want to get into cooking, I would highly suggest ordering an arrow garden off of Amazon. I think they're like $60-$70. Not a huge investment. It lives on your counter, and it is so rewarding to grow your own herbs.
Right.
And they grow so fast that it makes you want to cook and want to use them.
1000%.
So if you need some motivation, would highly recommend getting that. And also, I totally agree with you, just cooking in general, like staying in and being cozy. You save some more money. It's so much more rewarding to make your own meals. But also off of the home thing is always when a new season changes over, I love to buy a new candle. I think it really like fits the cozy vibe. Also, for those that are watching on video, this blanket is from Brooklinen. Joe got it like 2.5 years ago. I do not know if they still have something similar. I'm sure they have something even better now. But invest in a good blanket.
I want to try a Barefoot Dreams blanket. I feel like all the influencers talk about it, and I've seen it in so many places, and they have like all these different prints and patterns and styles. But it's like $150 blanket, which is fine if it's worth the hype. But someone let me know if it's worth the hype or not.
Yeah, I have so many blankets that I can't even store. Yes, it's like I can't really throw because of my boobs.
Okay, ready?
That was such an embarrassing throw for anyone that just saw that. Yes, but investing in a good blanket is so cozy. Also, fuzzy socks. I love to.
It's like wool, I said.
I love to restock on fuzzy socks. And then I also wanted to mention, if your bedroom needs like a cozier vibe and you're like, oh, what can I get in here? Courtney's just out and about, so I'm just going to wait for a second. Perfect.
I'm back.
Wonderful. If your bedroom needs a winter revamp, get some new sheets. Invest in flannel sheets, or if that's too hot, get yourself a new set of sheets. There's something about adding that extra blanket or switching your sheets over to flannel that really enters you into the winter wonderland of the season, and you're gonna sleep so much better.
I love that. So Ashley and I, just for your information, we tend to obviously brainstorm what we're going to talk about beforehand. And so she sent me a text with her list, and you haven't mentioned this yet, and I've just been dying to know what you mean by this, so I have to ask you.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Break up with your boo thing?
Oh.
What does that even mean? Are you and Joe breaking up just for the festivities?
No. Okay, so right after Halloween, I feel like there's so many breakups. You need to seriously consider if you want to take your, I don't know why I say boo thing when I'm literally brainstorming in my notes app before. Like, why do I need to say boo thing? I don't know. That's like just how it appeared in my head.
Think in your head.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But if the person that you're seeing, it's probably casual from the summer.
Yeah.
You need to make the decision if you're going to go through the holidays, because if
so
you're together
true.
Now, Christmas,
that means you're going to bring
time,
them home or to your family, probably.
Or at the very least, you're probably going to buy them
gifts. Yeah.
Like, do you want to go through that? I don't know. You're probably going to spend New Year's Eve together. Like, it's kind of a commitment. And then you can't really break up after that, because then Valentine's Day is so close, and then it's like awkward and it's so obvious. So now's the time to reevaluate your relationship, because it will determine your winter season.
That is so true. When I saw that, I was like, what is she talking about? But I honestly couldn't agree more. I've actually experienced both. I feel like I've broken up with people, or I've never been broken up with, I don't think. But
me either. Not relatable girlies.
Relationships have ended prior to the holidays, and then I've had relationships that have dragged out because it was an awkward experience, like holidays, and then you're right. Mm-hmm. Valentine's Day. Like, I've literally been there. Oh my God, I'm like cringing thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's just like a time that you should just reevaluate whether or not you see a future, especially New Year's. New Year's is always like a bigger thing. It's like you want to ring in the new year with someone that you actually see yourself being with for the next year.
Yes. It's way more fun with your friends.
Oh my God, it's always so much more fun with your friends. If you're not 1,000% loving, or if you don't see yourself,
exactly.
But
so yeah, that's what I meant by break up with your boo thing.
That's too funny.
Yeah. What else did I want to say? Oh, I did want to circle back to hobbies as well.
Yeah.
Because we are inside and we're spending a lot of time, probably more by yourself. You're not being as social. Like, try some weird hobbies, and I just want to give some examples.
Yeah, I need an example for this one.
I tried knitting last winter. This was more in phase 2 winter, where like you have a lot of time on your hands and it's freezing outside.
Yeah.
I literally took a virtual knitting class, 2 of them.
What?
Yep, they were each an hour long, and I Zoomed and I learned how to knit, and I knit myself these little fingerless gloves with a matching headband, and they look fabulous. That's and I still cute. Have them, and it was so much fun. Did I ever knit again? No, I tried, but it was just such a fun little thing that I would have never done in any other season other than winter.
That's very cute. My roommates and I have recently been into puzzles, and I feel like that's just like something that's going to persist.
Puzzles is a great one.
Through the rest of the winter, just because you get so fixated on it, and it's just so rewarding and fulfilling to watch something like come to life like that.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't realize this was a thing. Have you ever heard of a puzzle swap?
Like where you finish a puzzle and then you swap it?
And then you just swap it with somebody else.
Yes, we did that with Joe's brother and his now wife.
Okay, well, you can do it with strangers too. You just like post on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, Sophia literally finished a puzzle this past week. She goes, I wonder if there's like a South End puzzle swap. And I was like, do you think there's like a dedicated page for that? Like, that's so hyper specific. And I don't know what the result was, but she basically put it out on Facebook, unsure of exactly where. She's like, just finished this 1,000-piece puzzle. Does someone have one that they want to swap with? Literally within the hour, someone came and they swapped a puzzle.
Wait, we could literally facilitate that on our Insta.
No, seriously.
I have a wicked cute one. It's called Forbidden Fruit. And I did it, Joe and I did it last January because we were trying to be sober. And or maybe that was 2 Januaries ago. Anyways, it was a while ago, but you don't really want to redo the same puzzle. It's not as rewarding.
It's not as fun
so that's such a great thing.
That's similar to like a book swap too. It's like people don't want to read the same book again, and books are so goddamn expensive, and sometimes you just don't care enough to hold on to a book that you bought. So you can just swap a book with people, and then you actually have something to talk about too.
Yeah. Wait, that brings me to I wanted to say something about a book club.
Yeah.
I feel like wintertime book clubs are so cute. You can do a little winter charcuterie. Yeah. You can do some hot cider cocktails. So pick a book, but plan it now and get it on the calendar, and everybody can read as they cozy up inside. But also plan your Secret Santas. Or what are the other names?
White elephant.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Plan them now and pick the date, because everyone gets so busy around the holidays and it's almost impossible to actually get everyone together. But if you plan it far enough in advance, it's just so much fun.
I honestly forgot about those types of fun, like gift giving opportunities with like your friends. We should actually plan that. Like,
we should. My friend group from my hometown has done it every year since high school, or maybe even before. Yeah, probably high school. But we've never missed a year, even though like people live all across the country now. So when everyone comes home for the holidays, they're so good about sending it out early because you can get those Black Friday deals.
And then another item from me, Christmas movies. Did you ever watch like 25 Days of Christmas on ABC Family as a kid?
Yes, I did. What's your all-time favorite Christmas movie?
Let me think. I honestly love the Santa Claus movies. You know, there's like 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's like Tim Allen is Santa Claus.
But like I wouldn't be able to tell you the plot of any of them. Like that wasn't one of my.
The plot is essentially like this normal man turns into Santa Claus. And then it's just like the duality of like his life. Basically, it's like I don't remember what he like slowly started to turn into Santa Claus the first movie. And then it was just like he had a family at home, but then he was Santa Claus at the North Pole. That was kind of like the start of it. But then there was 4 different iterations of it. But that was like the most memorable. I also love the Polar Express. That's like a classic one for me. What about you?
Probably just the Grinch.
The Grinch.
Yeah, the Grinch.
I've learned to appreciate it more as I've gotten older, but I didn't love it. Did you not love it? I love it now. I didn't love it back in the day. My parents really did this thing to me when I was growing up where if they just didn't like something, they really trained me to hate it.
Classic.
Like they just like, maybe they thought that TV show was annoying. Like they hated SpongeBob. So they basically just didn't allow me to watch it or basically told me that it was bad or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I think that was with Grinch. I just don't think that they loved it. And so they just said something negative about it one time and then I just never cared to give it a chance. Same with Harry Potter. That's what they did with Harry Potter. They were like, Courtney, Courtney, that's scary. You shouldn't be watching that. And so I was like conditioned to think that I should be scared of Harry Potter. And now I don't relate to the majority of the population.
Wait, then this is really exciting for you because
all winter long.
Yes. Last winter, Joe and I did a Harry Potter binge and we started from movie 1 and went all the way through the series back
I would love nothing more.
It was probably I've never been so happy in my life. Like it was an all-time high.
Wow.
It just brought me back and I realized I hadn't even seen all of the movies.
I've
lived my entire life thinking I've seen all of them, like not going into detail in my brain, being like, oh,
this happened in this movie.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, of course I saw those, but realistically I just watched the first 4 like 100 times. I hadn't seen the other 4. So it was a magical experience. And
that's on my bucket list for this winter.
I'm so excited for you. I ask Joe almost every day, when can we watch it again? He goes, not for a really long time. But I'm like, it's almost been a year. Like, I'm ready again.
Well, it probably took you guys forever to watch all of them.
It
like,
did.
they're long movies.
It's
Matt and I tried to do that, and we haven't been able to make it through the first movie because I fall asleep every time.
You could do it during the day.
I can't do it at night. I can't do it like in bed right before we go to sleep.
That's fair.
Anything else that you want to add to the list?
Let me just quickly go through my list because I don't want you guys to miss out on all my really good ideas. Yeah, actually, I think we literally hit every single one of the things I had. The only thing, I don't know if we mentioned this or not. I think we did. But I do this pretty much with every single month. But I like to just have goals of the month. I change them up. They're not anything. It's not like a New Year's goal where I think so deeply about it. But I was like, okay, I really want to focus in this area of my life. Like the month of October, I wanted to focus on my finances. Like I didn't do great with it, but like it was just something I made aware. Yeah. So think about what you want to focus on. Maybe it's being more social because you tend to self-isolate in the winter months.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's doing one or two of the things that we talked about in today's episode, or just something you want to focus on. I do this pretty much every month, but it's also great to do in the seasons.
For the season, yeah.
Some goals. I like a little bucket list item. It makes you just more excited, and hopefully you dread winter a lot less.
I love that. I'm excited. I can't believe it's not even November 1st. I'm ready for all these holiday festivities.
Me too. I'm so excited.
Well, stay tuned.
All right.
Do we have to end this a certain way?
I don't know.
Because we're still getting back into the groove of it.
Yeah. We haven't recorded in a little bit now. We need like an outro.
We do.
Maybe the music just kind
of... Guys, so we officially have the same intro outro as a Denny's commercial. One of my coworkers has like a side hustle and released like a video for like a magazine launch or something. Same song.
Oh wait, that's cool then. A magazine launch?
Yeah.
Denny's hurt my feelings a little bit. But a magazine launch.
There's been some other places too. But yeah, I'm excited to hear it again. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Happy winter. Bye.
Ciao, Illy.